Hey guys! We're from Blue Valley West and I'm Graham.
I'm Sydney. And I'm Morgan, and we're so excited you decided to tune in and watch us today. Go Jags!
Woo! Welcome to the Enlightened Students event for Kansas City, and we're going to go into worship and we'll be singing No Longer Slaves. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God.
Hi guys, I'm Morgan O'Dower, and welcome to Enlightened Blue Valley. I'm so glad you're here watching us today. And our themes for today are faith over fear and trust in God. So I want to start off by telling you my story and my testimony. Growing up, I grew up in the church. I came here almost every Sunday, and it was a lot of fun, but the messages never really sunk in until I was in later middle school, I would think. I accepted Christ in elementary school, but then I just, along the way, didn't really understand it, didn't really know what I had done until 8th grade, I would say. Then things really started to make sense to me. And since then, I've matured and grown and began to understand more and more messages. I'm really thankful for my background in church. It's provided me with a lot of biblical basis that I don't think a lot of other people have, and just an awesome community that surrounded me and supported me, and it's all centered around God, which has been really cool. I never have really had any life-altering changes, I would say, in my life. Nothing big has happened to bring me closer to God, but there have been moments that I've been brought really close to God, and they've been at spring break trips and summer camps, and that's kind of a weird combination, but I could feel God in those moments of worship or during the message. I could hear Him speaking to me and saying, Morgan, you need to listen to this. And those moments were perfectly fitting for the seasons of life I was in, because those messages taught me about forgiveness, how I need to reach out to my friends, how I need to focus on my faith instead of the other things in my life. And that was really just God speaking to me, and that fueled my belief and my passion to keep following Him and to keep believing in Him. I was always really shy growing up, and I have never been one to put myself out there, to go out of my comfort zone, meet new people, and share the gospel with them immediately. This event has helped me grow in that, and this is something that I've been learning about really recently in my quiet times with God, is He's been telling me that I need to get out of myself. I need to get out of my comfort zone, because that's where I'll grow. And this thing that I'm doing is not for me, it's for His purpose, and it's for His glory. And so I don't need to worry about myself, and I don't need to have any fear about rejection or not saying the right things, because no matter what, He will get His message across. And so this has been really encouraging for me to try and do. And I even succeeded in one of these times, because a few months ago, if I were to have invited a friend to youth group, I would have been so scared that they would say no, that they wouldn't come, that they would hate it and never come again. But I actually invited my friend a few weeks ago, and she's been coming pretty regularly, and she's loved it. So this has been a really cool chance for me to see how God works beyond my control. And I told you my story today just to remind you that God has it all covered. He has everything in His hands. There's nothing that surprises Him. He has every moment of our life planned out. And even if times of uncertainty or difficulty that I'm sure we're all facing right now, especially with COVID-19, we can just be reminded that He is so vast and so great and so powerful, but yet so personal, that He chooses to pursue me and you over everything else. And fear of failure or rejection has no place with God. In 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, it says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." So any fear you feel, that is not from God. That is from the enemy trying to stump you in your path and block you from continuing to follow God. So in those moments, you can just remember that your trust is in God, and that if you pray to Him and ask Him, He will cast out any fear that you have. And it's only in your mind. There is nothing else stopping you but your mind. So God can give you peace, and you can resume following Him after that. And sometimes you have to endure these difficult times to get through them, to persevere, and then reflect back and see how good God has been. This is all what faith is about, is to push through even when you don't see the end in sight, or even when you're really confused, because faith is the evidence of things not seen. We can't physically see God, but we can see His handiwork in our lives, and we can feel His presence with us. And He will give us the power to persevere through anything we need. And this is why we need faith over fear. So my question sent off to you guys today is, will you keep living alone in your fear, where it will get you nowhere, or will you live in the warm, welcoming light of Jesus, who has already won?
Hello, my name is Sydney Howes, and we're going to go into a time of prayer. Dear God, I just thank You for having us have this amazing event, and for inviting all these amazing people to join us. God, I ask that You would just place Your hand over all these people and just allow them to really enjoy and just soak in the message, God, that whatever battle or thing they may be facing, if they are a slave to fear, God, or if they are facing anything that's just weighing them down, or that's just a reminder to them that they need to just give it up, God, that they would know that you have already won the battle, God, that you have already conquered the cross, that they would know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, God, that they have so much to look forward to because of you, God, and that they wouldn't have all this anxiety or fear that they're so surrounded by in school or in work or wherever they are in this world, God, that they would know that you have them held, and that with everything that in this world that's so distracting, that they would know that they don't have to fear anything and they can have so much confidence in all the things that you said they can be, God. And as we end this prayer and end this whole event, God, they would really just live to the fullest of their abilities, and that they know that they can have a true and amazing life through you, God. Amen. Thank you guys for joining us, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Love you. Bye.